Yo, what's up, everybody? Mike from TBR back with Week 16 predictions. This is the last week in the NFL where every single team is trying. And guess what? This isn't made up. Me and Dan have the same record for the entire season. It all comes down to this. Our records are the same predicting each week. I can't make this stuff up. Whoever has the better record this week wins the predictions for this season. So let's get right into it. I'm excited for this week. It's Christmas time. Everybody, happy holidays. I hope you have a good holiday. And make sure to watch this game on Friday at 4:30. We have Vikings versus Saints. This should be a pretty solid matchup. I like the Vikings a lot. They had a pretty brutal loss against the Bears. They let the Bears run the ball all over them. That was not good by their defense. On offense, I do like what the Vikings have, though. On the other hand, we have the Saints. Honestly, I like the Saints more with Taysom Hill than I do Drew Brees. They had a close game with the Chiefs. Ultimately, they lost. I felt like the Chiefs had control of the game in the entirety. Now, if the Saints picked up that fumble in the end zone, things could have been different, but they didn't, and they lost. The Saints win this game, though. I like them over the Minnesota Vikings, especially it's in New Orleans. Next game, Buccaneers versus Lions. Now, Kenny Golladay, is he on Earth anymore? Kenny Galladay's probably shut down for the season. He was abducted by aliens earlier in the year, as we all know. And, he wasn't heard from for the past 20 weeks. Who knows if he's going to be back? Probably not. The Lions are statistically out of the playoffs now, and the Buccaneers are fighting for the playoffs. I expect the Buccaneers to win this one. They have a lot more to lose, and although they had a slow start with the Falcons, they were able to turn things around. Not surprising. We've seen that before with Tom Brady in Atlanta. Buccaneers should win this one, and Kenny Golladay, he's probably going to be shut down, honestly. 49ers versus Cardinals, divisional matchup. Similar thing happening here. The 49ers are without Jimmy G and George Kittle. Now, George Kittle, I have you in fantasy. You better play. I'm in the championship. George Kittle better be playing this week, but I find it unlikely. The 49ers are also out of the playoffs as of now, and this game won't really matter for them. So they're probably not going to have their star players back, and the Cardinals are playing for their playoff lives. I like the Cardinals in this matchup. They have a lot more to lose. Dolphins versus Raiders. Now, this is a very solid matchup as well. I don't really like the Dolphins offense as much as I did before. I don't think Tua is as great of a quarterback without Mike Gesicki, that's for sure. And I feel like Brian Flores doesn't really trust him to air the ball out deep as much as other quarterbacks like Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert can do what he wants, but Tua is more of a, I feel like they have a lot of designed run plays and everything and short passes. But he was without Devontae Parker. They did get a win over the Patriots. The Dolphins' defense is amazing, which is why I'm going with them. The Raiders, I like what they have on offense. Honestly, even without Derek Carr, I think they'll be pretty solid. I could see them sneaking into the playoffs if they win this game, but I don't think they win this game. Must win for both teams, really. Dolphins, I think the Dolphins handle business right here. Giants versus Ravens. Yeah, this should be no surprise to anybody. I'm going with the Baltimore Ravens. They need this win. So do the Giants, though, but they're not going to get it. The Giants also needed that win against the Cleveland Browns on Sunday Night Football, and they fell very short. Daniel Jones, is he 100% when this game happens? Probably not. Who knows? I don't care. I don't care if it's Colt McCoy or Daniel Jones. It's the same thing. The offense hasn't been playing very well, and I think that the Baltimore Ravens definitely get this win. Chiefs versus Falcons. Ooh, I like the Chiefs a lot. Who doesn't? The Chiefs' offense is so fun to watch. They score whenever they want to. Just when you think that the other team is creeping back into the game, the Chiefs go on an amazing drive, and they just snap their hand, and there you go. The game's over. Now, the Falcons, they choked another game. I don't know what they teach in Atlanta, but the coaches definitely don't teach how to win, I guess. Actually, I don't even think they have a coach. I think they have an interim head coach anyway, so I guess their coaches aren't even teaching anything. The coaches that they don't even have. But the Chiefs definitely get this win right here. Panthers versus Washington. Now, Washington is in a spot where they can control the NFC East if they win out. They play the Panthers and Eagles. Ron Rivera is heading back to face his old team. Oh, I'm excited for this one. I think Alex Smith is going to be back for this game, and who knows? Christian McCaffrey was also abducted by the same spaceship that took Kenny Golladay. He hasn't been heard of for the last couple of weeks, but maybe, just maybe, Christian McCaffrey can return to destroy Ron Rivera's playoff hopes as his first season as head coach. I don't think that happens, though. I think Washington gets this win, and a huge win for the franchise. Browns versus Jets. Woo-hoo! Yo, Jets might actually make the Super Bowl in 2021. I'm not even joking. Jets are pretty good now. But the Browns should handle business right here. Let's be real. Bears versus Jaguars. I really wish Nick Foles was playing this game. I wanted to see a little revenge game but he's not. Mitchell Trubisky is, and that's kind of a good thing. Trubisky's been playing pretty decent. He only had to throw the ball 17 times in their win against the Minnesota Vikings because of David Montgomery. David Montgomery's he's become a late season stud for the Chicago Bears, and honestly, they just need a game plan him this week against the Jaguars. They should be fine. They had a good game plan heading into Minnesota, and definitely Minnesota's a better opponent than Jacksonville, so the Bears should win this game. I didn't see much of the Jaguars versus Ravens because they were losing by 40 the whole entire game, so yeah, Bears win. Bengals versus Texans, yeah, no Joe Burrow, no season, no quarterback, no wins. Bengals, you're not going to beat the Texans. Deshaun Watson, he's so fun to watch. Well, actually, it's kind of depressing to watch him just because he's always upset his offensive line and wide receivers because he should be. Deshaun Watson's a really good quarterback, but his team stinks. But the Texans win this one. I think it'll be a pretty easy game for the Texans as well. Colts versus Steelers. This is a big matchup too. Steelers are honestly heading in the wrong direction. I assume they're beating the Bengals on Monday Night Football. If that doesn't happen, something's wrong. But the Colts are a pretty solid team. I knew it was going to be a close one with the Texans just because, like I said, Deshaun Watson's underrated. I do have a different game in mind for Game of the Week, but this one's definitely up there. I'm excited to see who wins this game. Colts versus Steelers. I'm giving this win to Pittsburgh. Home field advantage is important. I think the Steelers are definitely going to want this win a lot more just so they can prove to the entire league that they're there to play. And they need, momentum is so important heading into the playoffs. If the Steelers can get the momentum back that they had earlier in the season, then they'll be in a good spot. Broncos versus Chargers. Yeah, Drew Lock, Justin Herbert. Pretty solid game, but nobody's going to care. We're heading into the playoffs. Nobody cares about games like this where both of these teams are both playing for nothing. I honestly don't even want to predict this game, but if I had to, I'm going with Justin Herbert and the Chargers, even though I know that if I don't outscore Dan in predictions this week, I lose. That's right, I'm going with the Chargers, who choke leads in the fourth quarter, but they held on against the Raiders, so maybe they'll do it again against the Broncos. Eagles versus Cowboys. Let's go, dude. Big divisional matchup. I'm excited, actually, too. Well, actually, not really, though. I'm not excited because I think the Eagles are going to win. Jalen Hurts is a really good quarterback. Well, I don't know about really good, but he's definitely shown some talent the last couple of weeks. He's been able to do stuff with his legs that Carson Wentz just can't do, which is why he's a much better fit for this offense at this time. Dallas Cowboys, nice win against the 49ers. I didn't expect them to win. They actually looked pretty good. Tony Pollard definitely had a really good game. I think the Eagles are going to win this game, even though it's in Jerry's world, which is why I'm kind of upset. I want the Eagles to get a better draft pick and lose this game because I really don't think that Washington's going to choke the playoff spot away. So I wish the Eagles would lose, but I think that Jalen Hurts is going to go into Jerry's world and get his first win against the division rival of the Cowboys. Rams versus Seahawks. Oh my gosh. Now, before you laugh at the Rams, just remember that the Seahawks kind of let the Jets hang around a little bit too. Yeah, but they did beat the Jets and the Rams didn't. That was embarrassing. I will not be picking the team that let the Jets beat them. Even though the Rams, I think, the Rams on offense, pretty solid. Seahawks on offense, pretty solid. Rams defense, really good. Seahawks defense, a little bit suspect, but they've been playing better the last couple of weeks. I like Russell Wilson in this game more than Jared Goff, which is, Russell Wilson, don't let me down right here. I got the Seahawks winning this game in Seattle. Titans versus Packers. Now, this was the game of the week that I was talking about, and I most am looking forward to. Derrick Henry is the king of the running back position. He's the king of the AFC. He's the best player at his spot right now in the league. Now, on the other hand, we have the Green Bay Packers. Devontae Adams is arguably the best at his position right now as well. The Packers, honestly, a little sketchy against the Panthers, but whatever. It's a fluke. I think the Packers are still a really good team. The Titans, I remember earlier in the season when they let me down with a big loss. I believe it was against Indianapolis when that happened. I haven't forgotten that Tennessee. The Packers have been pretty consistent. Titans, I'm still a little nervous about. Now, my gut is telling me to pick the Tennessee Titans just because I think they're really doing some things really nice on offense, and the Green Bay Packers are as well. I'm going with the Green Bay Packers. It's in Lambeau. It's a tough place to play, especially late December, early January. It's going to be a cold game. Definitely game plan Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry has to have a huge game. The play action pass has to be there for Tennessee to win this game against the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay is the safer pick, and I'm going with Green Bay. Bills versus Patriots, the final game of the week, Monday Night Football. I'm going with the Buffalo Bills. The Patriots are out of playoff contention, out of the AFC East, no longer the king, and the Bills are going to be the division winner. They already are, but they're going to rub it in a little bit over New England. All right, there's all the predictions. Let me know what you guys think down below. Subscribe, like, comment, and there you go. Get ready for next week and the playoffs. It's going to be fun. Let's go.